Okay. My name is Carlos,
I'm Chase.
Haley.
and we did our presentation on wild caught fish versus farm raised fish. Here's our table of contents. So, introduction to fish sources. What are wild caught fish? These types of fish are harvested directly from the ocean, and stated by Regan in 2018, it says that fish in the wild eat a natural diet and tend to be slightly lower in saturated fat than farm raised varieties. And then these fish are more so dependent on the ecosystem, and they rely on clean water, stable food chains, and a balanced ecosystem. And overfishing, pollution, and climate change can reduce populations and impact sustainability within this fish. And then for farm raised fish, these types of fish, they're a little different. They're raised in a controlled environment, such as tanks, ponds, or ocean pens. And these fish are often fed a formula diet for consistent growth and predictable nutrition. And this is influenced by farming practices, not wild ecosystems. And stated by the Togum Lab in 2020, they said that aquaculture is the fastest growing food production sector globally and produces more seafood than wild capture fisheries.
Okay, now we have some examples of wild caught fish and farm raised fish. So for the wild caught, we have Atlantic cod, Alaskan um pollock, and then Atlantic mackerel, halibut, and herring, and that's a picture of a Alaskan Atlantic cod. And then for the farm raised fish, we have a catfish, salmon, shrimp, and trout, and that's a picture of a trout.
Some of the pros and cons is for wild-caught fish. Fish can swim in large open waters, decreasing the chances of spread of disease. And tend to have more diverse gene pool from living in broad and wild populations than combined. Eat a variety of plankton slash small fish, keeping their bodies healthy and balanced. Some of the cons of wild-caught fish is that high demand for fishing can lead to population collapse, endangered species of wild fish. Small marine animals get trapped while being caught, causing unnecessary casualties. From Hall in 2021, overfishing not only affects targeted species, but also other interconnected species and habitats. For the farmers' fish, the farms can produce large quantities of fish for higher demand. The fish are always being monitored, which helps reduce lack of fish from predators. From NDC in 2024, the aquaculture can also reduce pressure on marine ecosystems from fishing and contribute to ecosystem conservation. Some of the cons for farm raised is crowded conditions can cause stress along with disease and injuries. Uneaten food goes to waste from fish and it can pollute surrounding waters. Uh, fed usually fed with antibiotics and artificial foods that can affect growth and nutrition.
Okay, so sustainable fishing and environmental responsibility. Sustainable fishing manages the fish pollution, a population, so that they can naturally replenish for future generations. It prevents overfishing, which can cause species decline and can disrupt marine food chains. Practices such as catch limits, seasonal bans, and protected marine areas help maintain balance in the ocean ecosystems. Protecting oceans ensure that fishing continues to provide food, jobs, and income for communities long term. And then sustainable fishing encourages respect for nature's limits and reflects responsibility toward the environment and God's creation. And the connecting Christian stewardship and responsibility to fishing. The Bible teaches us that God placed human beings within creation and blessed them by making them responsible for cultivating and caring for it. This is stated in the GCU Statement of Faith. Christians are called to act with compassion, justice, and concern for the common good. This includes caring for God's creatures and natural resources. By practicing sustainable fishing, it honors God's call to stewardship, allowing creation to flourish and continue expanding. So through responsibility and management of natural resources, humans can serve both God and the neighbors by preserving the planet for future generations.
Real world examples for Alaskan wildcat. Alaskan wild salmon fishery is a strong example of sustainable wild fishing. The Alaskan state constitution includes a sustainable yield requirement to ensure long-term fish population health. Scientists closely monitor salmon populations to guide management decisions. The fishery uses escapement goals to make sure enough salmon can reach spawning grounds and reproduce before setting harvest levels. Strong scientific management and regulation have kept the fishery healthy. Alaskan's wild salmon fishery has earned Marine Stewardship Council certification for over 20 years. Overall, the stricter regulations plus careful monitoring can help maintain long-term sustainability. Farm raised is Norway's agriculture industry. It is regulated by strict environmental rules that under agriculture, or sorry, strict environmental rules under the Agriculture Act, which mandates sustainable development. A major innovation in Norwegian salmon farming is the use of land-based recirculating aquaculture systems, RAS. The RAS continuously cleans and reuses water, reducing environmental impact. These systems capture waste and prevent pollution. They also prevent farmers' salmon from escaping the natural ecosystems. RAS faculties reduce and spread disease from parasites. The example shows that fishing or farm fishing can be environmentally responsible and strong when regulations and advanced technology are used.
Overall, to conclude this presentation, both wild caught and farm fished can be sustainable when they're managed in the right way. And wild fisheries stay healthy when we protect their ecosystems and set harvest limits based on solid science. Fish farming can also be a great option when it uses modern technology and strong environmental rules to prevent pollution and protect wild species. So it's not really about choosing one over the other. It's about doing both responsibly so we can enjoy seafood while keeping our oceans healthy. Then here's our references. Yeah, that's all we have. Let's go.